everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. So yesterday I showed a glitch and Evony has come down and taken a lot of different stuff from people. Some people, they took it fairly, some people got hosed. So Evony just reminds me of like the emperor who's lost control and they're just randomly like, you get a punishment, off with their head. So pink gems. So I don't know what's happening. Like, is Evony losing a lot of money? Like, not losing money, but are their revenues way down and they're just panicking and just lashing out and they don't know what to do? I know that they're doing the wrong thing. I know that one thing they should spend more money on is developers, or testing stuff, like beta testing. Like, how about they have a beta server, but they don't use it. They release events to us. Like right here is the battle for alliances, and this is the glitch that happened. And they don't release this stuff to beta to practice it. They release it fresh to us at server reset, probably for the first time they've ever done it. And then something goes wrong and then they blame the customer base. So I'm going to show you the video of what happened. So back to pink gems. People did pink gems through pack loading and a glitch. So I understand why they kind of did some arbitrary punishments and basically said, like, you lose all your T11s up, which was super weird punishment for Evony. It was like, okay, so why did they decide that as opposed to just rolling back the keeps 2 months? By the way, a friend of mine is playing someone in SVS this weekend who had 3 pink gemmers suspended, and he said they're just getting destroyed. He's like, the guys are small, they're like 6 or 7 billion, but they still have those 3,000 buffs, and they built just enough that they have marches that they are just wrecking them. So that's basically how we all thought that was going to turn out. They're going to rebuild. They have less power right now, but they keep all the good stuff. Anyways, back to the glitch. So right here, you could see mine. I showed this yesterday. It's just complete. I can't even play. I can't do anything. I didn't get any of these rewards. So I guess I'm going to have to write Evony and say, like, what's going on here? I can't claim any. And this is one of the events I actually usually do spend for, because I like to get the necklaces and the blood that are on this right side, but I guess Evony's not getting my $20 because I have no access to it right now. And I never claimed any of these to begin with. But here's what happened. Here's the glitch. And basically, when this opened at server reset, you could just keep tapping. And you'd keep getting the resources like that. Okay? So this is what it looked like. So that's basically it. But what Evony did, so I heard of 2 different punishments that have happened. So one punishment was for the people who clicked and gained all the items, but they did not use them. So maybe they were at work, maybe they're busy, they got a bunch of resources and speeds, they left, went to work. Evony came and took all those out of their inventory, and they lowered their monarch. This right here. They lowered this to 39, which is super weird. Like, of all the things you were going to lower, you lowered that to 39 on people. I don't know why they thought of that. Anyways, other people who actually used it, and if you look in here, there's some really good stuff, right? There's Blood of Heirs, there's ruby necklaces. I heard of people who maxed out these champions, and these are really hard to do, especially like the new ones you just started, and they just went and maxed them all out. Evony did not reverse that. They went and ascended every general they could that they had fragments for, and Evony did not reverse that. I heard of people who even went in the tavern and were just like, get me more of these generals because I got to ascend them. And Evony didn't reverse any of it. What Evony did to those people, I heard of some people who got 1 tier of troops wiped. And then Evony went into their inventory and took half of everything. So not half of what they got in the event, half. So I heard of people who they just wiped their rune stones, their ruby necklaces, their blood of heirs. They took half the resources in the inventory. They took half the speeds in the inventory, and just arbitrarily. And then they also wiped their monarch to 39. I don't know why that's such a punishment. Like, if you just look at my monarch experience that I have here, I've been monarch 40 for probably a year. And you could just look, like, I don't even know how much this is, but I could, I'm sure I could go from like 37, maybe 36, 35, all the way to 40 overnight if they did that. Maybe not, because some of these other people only went right back to 40 and they said it was close. But anyways, Evony, they aren't even being transparent with how they're coming to this conclusion. And this one, I don't know how I feel. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that Evony is right in punishing people for this one? And I'll play this glitch again. Or is it Evony's fault that, like, no one broke any rules here? They just kept clicking. I personally feel that Evony should have just rolled back what they took. To go in their inventory and take people's rune stones, like especially the third and fourth ones, those are really hard to get. The fourth one especially. So that seems like an overreach. And I think Evony kind of is just like grasping at straws here. It's almost as if they just are saying, you leave, like you quit. I want you to quit. I don't want to kick you out of the game, but I want to make it so that you'll quit. I heard of some of these people who did the pack loading pink gems and they got wiped a second time. I heard of one guy who paid a loader, his whole alliance paid a loader to load alts. Smart idea. And then they started looting it and they gained back like 10 billion overnight. And then the next day, Evony wiped them again. So Evony's obviously watching some people closely. I don't know where they're going with this. Maybe Evony just doesn't care anymore and they're just like, to hell with it. Let's get rid of the game and let's come up with a new game. Because Evony has a lot of other games that are just like this. So people, was it World of Z? It's like a zombie game just like this. And it's like exactly the same game. World of Z, I think it is, WOZ. And, people would go play there, start spending, and the money still goes to Evony. So I don't know what their plan is here. They haven't thought it through, obviously. Maybe they're just like, let's leave these coiners some stuff that keeps them playing, but we'll keep harassing them and taking their stuff. But for this glitch, I think they went too far. I don't know. So like, what are you to do if you see a glitch that will help you out? You don't do it anymore. You go. Evony has a snitch line. You can email Evony. They sent out an email a couple months ago that said, hey, if you know people playing against terms of service, pack loading, third-party stuff, write us, and there could be a reward for you. I'd love to know what the rewards are. So, but are they asking people to just snitch on everything? I don't know. I feel like if it's an actual glitch in the game, you should not be punished. And for those who are going to jump on me and say pink gems was a glitch, but nobody was doing pink gems on their own. They were pack loading to do pink gems. So it was a glitch that pack loaders took advantage of. Third-party people. This one was actually the players taking advantage of it. Evony made a mistake because they use software from like the year 1999. So I don't know. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. And like, subscribe, leave a comment.